What is in a name? One of the most fun parts about having new animals at the farm is to come up with a name for them. I always ask for input from the students. Now, there are definitely parameters that I put on a horse. For instance, I'm not wild about Greek or Roman god names, zodiac signs, or any names that would terrify parents. For example, no devils, tornadoes, hurricanes, killers, or other scary behaviors. The closest one we have to anything like this is a mare called Firecracker, who was born on the 4th of July, and we had already used names for freedom, liberty, and independence for other horses. I also try to stay away from cliche names like having a bay horse called Brownie or a buckskin horse called Spirit. Names have meanings are important. I also like to name them human names that are easy to spell and to pronounce. My beloved Simon, for instance, took weeks to find his name, and I was beginning to think that I was in the fairy tale Rumpelstiltskin because I tried name after name and he would not even look up at me. He came in with the name of Pogo and wouldn't even raise his head when it was called. I didn't like it either. So I started off at the beginning of the alphabet: Adam, Ben, Carter, Daniel, etc. He kept saying no, 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 and finally one day I yelled across the field, "How about Simon?" He threw up his head and whinnied. He had chosen his name. The name that you give is important. Sometimes I keep the name of the horses that the horses come in with, especially if they do not come in from a high trauma situation. Sometimes, if it is trauma, or on my end, a particularly bad name, always unsavory people taint the name and repulse me, it gets named to change to something new. Like I tell the horses, new name equals new purpose. God does this many times in the Bible. Abram changes to Abraham. Jacob changed to Israel. Saul changed to Paul. New name equals new purpose. You don't have to legally change your name, although many of us women do when we take our husband's last name. But maybe you need to change the label that you call yourself. Maybe instead of accepting the title of overbearing, manipulative, self-seeking, high maintenance, obnoxious, or vain, you take the titles that God gave you: daughter or son of the Most High God, more than a conqueror, friend, beloved, bride of Christ, anointed, or highly favored. The names that you call yourself will define your life. Choose life. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people belonging to God, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of the darkness and into his wonderful light. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9.